the following presentation of the National Football League.
Head out about 10 miles or so from the Capitol Mall, and you will arrive here at Northwest Stadium, just outside of Washington, D.C. Tonight on this fine Thursday night, we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Washington Commanders. Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. And it's a pretty good return here, so we'll get this up to the 29. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
And let's go ahead and keep this one simple. He had one of the most impressive rookie seasons in NFL history. A true dual-threat quarterback. He can reach a variety of ways. Took his team to the conference championship last season, trying to take them to the Super Bowl in year 2.
It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Versatile running back. Here's Austin Eckler. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Well, they went back to it, but the results were similar, so I highly doubt that he'll get another opportunity here on 3rd and long.
Three and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards the pickup. First down, Washington.
10 at the 42-yard line.
Well, 3 and out to start the game would have been a real disappointment, so this is a nice job of finding something you think will work and executing it. And they're able to keep this opening drive going.
A quick throw out line caught by Robinson. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be second down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Give to Robinson on the option. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sends his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
Throwing now is Daniels. That is caught. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 40. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
That'll give him 8 that time. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down.
And what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up first downs.
clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. To the air goes Daniels. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Noah Brown, 29 yards. And the Commanders put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. They got to love that. 9-play drive results in 6 points.
That means they're doing the dictating. That means that they've described how the game's going to go. They're playing at their tempo, at their pace. If you're on the other side of the ball, if you're playing defense, defense is not methodical. They've got to go in there and shake things up and create a little havoc.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score.
That time a 9-play drive. And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by the man who proclaims to be from a whole pack of Badgers. Came into the league back in 2012, Russell Wilson.
Now his third team in the last 3 years. You remember Denver to Pittsburgh and now here in New York. He showed flashes of the vintage rush throughout the year in 2024 with the Steelers. Now he's looking to sustain those flashes for his new team in the Big Apple. I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Giants. Malik Nabers, 74 yards. And the Giants are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Well, Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Here's Daniels. And complete to Zach Ertz. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
That was a good illustration of setting the edge as a defensive end, being able to make sure that you stay on your feet no matter what type of block, and you're not going to get pushed inside. Stayed home, skated to the outside, and made the play.
That's out wide here for Robinson. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
At the 50-yard line.
Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. Those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
On second down, another shot for Robinson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. 7-7, our score after 1. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football, as they've got it with a third down and long coming up. To throw is Daniels. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin, 56 yards. And Washington has taken the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. Gay is on for the point after. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score.
So that drive goes 8 plays. And it's finished off by a Terry McLaurin touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Giants offense and receiver Malik Nabers headed onto the field. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in this first half, it has resulted in a big play, as borne out by the numbers. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8 at the 30-yard line.
Second down and 8. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
gain of 11 on the play. First down, Giants.
Runs like that, this time on the RPO, is why they call him dangerous.
I love the way you drop that in there. His decision-making is what makes it all go, because his ability to process so quickly what the defense is doing, make the right read, and then when he takes off and runs, also knows how to protect himself downfield after he's getting all he can out of the sprint.
And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call, because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
They'll go again with Tracy. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Tracy going to get it on first down. And he sidestepped a one-man, but reinforcements come to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. As this complete to Daniel Bellinger. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 18. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
New York.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus, and indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. Now Wilson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. On 4th down, on is Graham Gano for the Giants field goal. This from 36 yards out. Gano's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Well, now how about this return? And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He's got 2 touchdown passes on his first 2 drives, and he'll try again here on drive 3. They begin the drive with Robinson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. sees that the ball's moved to the middle, and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll score. Touchdown, Commanders. Terry McLaurin with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? Or are we cool to do it here in football, pardon?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary. Or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they're going to continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game.
Giants 10.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The New York set to take the field. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Here's Wilson to throw. A short throw pulled in by Bellinger. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. From the shotgun, Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Taking it about the 16. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Commanders' offense and Jayden Daniels getting set for this next possession. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now Daniels. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Daniels looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, they have that one sniffed out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Daniels. That's going to be caught by Samuel. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
But there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
3rd down and 6. Working out of the gun, Daniels. And the giant rush gets gets home as down he goes. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Tressway on fourth down is sent out to punt. Amir Smith-Marset deep for New York. And he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Giants now going to take over late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Oh, that was a bit of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync. And the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hansen for our halftime report. All right, Scott, thanks very much. And we welcome all of you back here on EA Sports for quarter number 3. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
And this is what they're going to need more of. It's the third quarter. You're trailing. You've got to come out with a renewed sense of purpose. And that's a nice way to kick off the drive with good yardage and a first down.
They go play action now. Wilson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And a Giants first down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive. And they're off to a fast start here.
In motion, Slayton. Straight ahead, here's Tracy. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Wilson. And that's going to be caught downfield by Slayton. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
You can feel the effort all the way up here. He tried his best to get there. Didn't quite make it, but down around the 2-3 yard line, got to love the effort, and especially the big play that gave his offense a great opportunity.
Now it's Tracy. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Here's Wilson. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Malik Nabers, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Giants have cut it back within a score.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
The Giants will line up for the...
Wilson going to throw for it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. Tough there, good pass, hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Scott, we thank you as always, and we'll see what happens here in the second half. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out with the victory. Able to slither by and able to get this out to the 25. And time again to see Terry McLaurin in the Washington offense. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
A nice gain of 21 yards.
21 yards. And the Washington first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
2nd and 5. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. Just a gain of a couple there. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Second and 6. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 26 yards. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it's finished off by a Terry McLaurin touchdown. Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The visitors' offense and their wideout getting set to go once more. And you see the numbers for him into this third quarter. They just pop off the screen. He has been open throughout. The Giants' offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll start with a run by Tracy. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down.
First down, Giants.
They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
Right back to Tracy. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
How about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
From the 35, here's a 2nd and 9. They'll hand it to Tracy. A little juke. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 45 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. They had 3 tight ends in on that set, and they were really good at blocking for their running back.
And give them a lot of credit because in football nowadays, tight ends coming out of college often don't block very often. These guys have really developed into superior blockers, and that's why they use them in this formation so often.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Now a 2nd and 2. On the give, it's Tracy. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a first down. Throwing is Wilson. Going right side, he finds Slayton. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
Second down at the 19-yard line.
Here's Tracy. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up first and goal. Now, yes, a two-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a two-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Gano for the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Nifty move. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Commanders' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away, trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Good coverage there, an even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Only able to gain a couple there. And 3rd and 8 now.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Now it's Wilson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That was for the lead right a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
Fourth down.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for New York. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. The home team's offense and their big play wideout getting ready to get back to work. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34.
And this is the worry, because sometimes you can get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up, and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. And McLaurin, the motion man right. On a delay of game there, they could not get the play off in time.
Frustrating for the head coach, frustrating for the offense. Sometimes you have to get the play call in a little bit quicker.
And the delay of game penalty makes this much more difficult. 3rd and 8. To the air goes Daniels. Got him in. It's Brown. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
6 yards. It's 4th down.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. So here we go. Wilson and the Giants down by 5. 1:53 remaining. They need a touchdown. A field goal is worthless now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
And 12 at the 18-yard line.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Now Wilson. Pass complete to Robinson. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:25 left to go in the contest.
1st down, Giants.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Throwing now is Wilson. Gets this to Bellinger. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. He has been terrific today, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. Running flawless 2-minute drill right here. This has been quarterbacking 101 with a flourish.
This is 1st and 10. Wilson to throw. Across the middle, he finds Robinson. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
1st down.
Here's 1st down. Here's Wilson. Has it to Hyatt on the out route. Not good. They didn't move the football an inch, and precious time ticking off the clock.
Brings up second down at the Commanders' 27-yard line.
A look at the clock, 35 seconds to play. This is second down. Back to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Slayton. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
The noise is getting deafening. Here's third down and 3. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the fourth.
Man, you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
That's a great job of tackling right there. If he could have made the first man miss, maybe he could have taken it into the end zone. Instead, they stopped him pretty well right in his tracks, and you often see that in the red zone. Offense has to be quick. In this case, the defense was quicker.
Second down, goal to go. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. Charles, that drive was perfect, methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
Commanders 28.
So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Teamwork, baby, that's right. Teamwork! Please get it together.
Here's second and a yard.
Come on, guys, dig deep.
He'll look to throw. And that's complete to Brown. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
This one no doubt important for Matt Gay. 4 seconds to go. This would send us to overtime. And he hits the upright, but it caroms in anyway. Boy, plenty of distance there as he banks it in. And this game is tied. So the first chance of this overtime will go to Washington as we are back underway. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So out comes Washington's offense to take over. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Robinson up the middle. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
He was brought down
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
Opening drive of overtime. Both teams will get a possession, barring a defensive score. Here's second down. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 43. 23 yards the pickup there.
First down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a first down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again, and he's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
But that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
They run the option on second down. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the first down. Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head coach, and probably his agent too, saying, get out of bounds, man, don't do that.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
Second and 10. Now Daniels. This will be caught at Samuel. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
For a Washington Commanders. First and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Well, good start for him under center here in overtime, now 3 of 3.
And this is where you have to know who you have playing quarterback. You've got a confident thrower right now, someone who's taking care of the ball, but not being timid as well, and is moving the team downfield. That opens up your playbook and allows you to dial up some big shots if you want.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now he'll try to run with this. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here's Daniels. That is caught. Touchdown. They strike first here in overtime.
Touchdown, Washington.
No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Extra point by Gain is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And New York set to take the field. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
The 45-yard line.
They need a matching touchdown here to keep their hopes alive. Here's 2nd down. On the run is Tracy. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Here's the sneak with Wilson. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there.
Well, that play seemed well scouted defensively. They collapsed everything inside. Nowhere to go on the quarterback sneak. Now it's going to bring up 4th down.
A stop here is a game winner in overtime. Here comes 4th down. Wilson on the keeper. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first.
The more and more that we broadcast games, the more I realize how much this game is about the eyes. And in this case, they got fooled because the defense was checking out the eyes of the back, thinking he was getting the ball. Should have been looking at the QB, shouldn't they?
A little bit of a surprise indeed, and he was able to get forward for that 1 yard. Over the middle, caught by Bellinger. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That last pass puts him over 300 yards now in the game. More importantly, though, big first down here in OT.
And the team around him has a lot of confidence now after picking up that first down. Everyone seems a little more energized. But did I hear you before the game call in and say, this is my quarterback for your fantasy league? Because he just gave you a good start, didn't he?
He did, and I appreciate it.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Now it's Wilson. Bellinger hauls it in out left side. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. He's padding his already great numbers here in overtime. More importantly, though, moving his guys downfield.
And I think that's exactly what's going through his head right now. Moving them downfield, putting them in a position to win the game. The stats, that's for the fantasy guys. I know they're enjoying that show.
On the ground, here comes Tracy. And the Giants are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets him down to about the 4-yard line.
1st and goal, New York.
And I know you with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. Wilson. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Here's Wilson. And he's going to get into the end zone. They respond with a touchdown of their own. And now decision time. Down by 1 here in OT.
What an effort there. Sometimes you hold your breath a bit when you see your quarterback diving for the end zone. You don't want him to land on a shoulder wrong or take a big shot. But he looks none the worse for wear here, and that winds up a touchdown.
Russell Wilson now will bring his guys up to go for 2.
The Giants will line up for the...
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will not get there as the try for 2 is unsuccessful. And they will remain down by a point. Well, they went for the lead there, and remember, that's the second 2-point try they haven't converted on. So those 2 extra points, if they had those, they'd be winning.
And I think the reason they're going for it here is that they were unsuccessful the first time. So when you miss the first time, you're now in a position where you're chasing points. And in this case, it didn't work out well for them at all.
So a very interesting final chapter to this proverbial book here in this one, because they were in field goal range, could have won it with a field goal, elect to go for the touchdown. I still don't know what they were doing.
As great as this game was and as dramatic an ending as we had, the post-game press conference is going to be key, because they're going to be asking Coach, why not a field goal attempt there? You got an opportunity to win it right there with your guy, and instead you run another play.
Yeah, we might need to stop by that press conference on our way out the back door here.
Yeah, just slow down the plane for us, all right? We got to get an answer before we go.
That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.